My name is Andrew Joyce. I am a part of the Simplify Commerce team who works within the payment gateway services at Mastercard, and we provide a small medium enterprise solution to help support merchants who want to have an online presence. We do this by providing an online store or shop front so that they can advertise their products online, place to take e-invoices and digital payments, place where they can receive orders, as well as be safe and secure in the knowledge that all the payments they receive have been vetted against fraud. So as we all know, when as a customer going to a shop online, we want to know that our payment information is secure, because that's how we spend our very hard-earned money. And so Simplify provides this functionality to the mom and pop shops to allow them to provide a safe and secure solution. So in turn, providing the customers a safe and secure solution.
How has COVID-19 affected the payment gateway industry?
From my perspective, I don't think the payment gateway industry has been affected negatively by COVID. And I say that from the viewpoint of the number of transactions that are happening digitally has increased tenfold. If anything, there's been a challenge to keeping up the service and providing a reliable service to all the big merchants as well as smaller merchants.
How has your job role continued to support our partners?
We've seen a request from our partners and the business people in each region requesting more features to be developed that would aid merchants in providing digital services. So think of downloading music that you've bought or downloading photographs that have been edited for you, facilitating things like a pick up in store, scheduling people to come into your shop, if it's a physical space, to pick up the bits and pieces that they've ordered from your shop, so that there's not too many people in your shop at one time, to reduce the spread of COVID. Some of the things that we've found ourselves working towards developing, the logistics of the development cycle, and then getting that out for our merchants to use.
What solutions are best equipped for tackling the payment challenges related to COVID-19?
We are actively working to get these up to our merchants. I believe they're in testing at the moment for a lot of it, but they will all aid in these touch-free solutions, as well as helping reduce the risk of fraud to some degree. For example, the e-invoicing, helping to move things digitally so that merchants or suppliers don't need to carry around physical cash. Another good example of that is the pay ahead of time, which kind of fits into the click and collect aspect of things. A good example of a use case for e-invoicing is, for example, the plumber who comes to fix your leaky tap. With specifically Simplify Commerce, we have the ability to issue e-invoices that once the plumber's finished fixing your tap, they can fill in amounts for the costs involved, for the parts, for the labor, and email it to you as the customer. And I can then click on that e-invoice and enter my card information and pay for the service all digitally, helping to reduce touch points for the spread of COVID, helping to also reduce the traditional paper waste associated with issuing physical invoices.
How much do you see COVID-19 accelerating changes that are already in motion?
I think it has definitely focused development. So definitely focused development on some of these technologies that we mentioned previously. And within Simplify itself, we've had a mobile application offering. In the case of our plumber example previously, being able to pull out a cell phone and do this all on a cell phone, as opposed to carrying around a laptop or waiting to go back to the office to then manually fill out this information and then email it on to whoever the customer was. That's an example of accelerating some of the features that we have developed, and we have seen an uptake and more requests for this type of functionality as the impact of COVID has been felt. From an internal focus, it's been about the quality. It's remained about the quality that we've been giving to merchants, our end users. There's definitely been a greater awareness of how the functionality that we've been developing is having a direct impact in people's lives, because everybody around the world now knows the phrase COVID. Definitely made us more aware of features that benefit our customers and our merchants more.
As people pay online more, what measures can people take to stay safe as possible?
So in my perspective, normally if what you're buying seems too good to be true, use that little instinct that we all have built in and never be too scared to Google reviews about a website that you're trying to buy something from, or check that what you're actually buying is legitimately what you think it is. There's also great functionality set up by Mastercard, the secure code. So when shopping online, and you enter all your card information and you click to pay, if you've got secure code enabled, the website will prompt you for PIN that only you know, and this helps ensure that the transaction that is happening is in fact being carried out by you. Always make sure you're browsing on secure or making payments on secure websites. Always double check the website address you're paying. Always keep your card details confidential. Don't leave your cards lying around at home or in the car. You never know who's going to pick them.
How can businesses plan for the rapidly changing payment landscape due to COVID-19? And how is your role in MPGS supporting this change?
From keeping up to date, Mastercard does a great newsroom section where you can go in and find about some of the latest research and insights and emerging trends in the payment space. It's a great tool for staying up to date about what some of the market trends are. From my perspective, from a business, chat to your bank that you're working with and chat to the regional leads from Mastercard about the features that they see coming down the line, and requesting new features where you as a business see certain functionality being used a lot by your customers. Communicate with the Mastercard regional people and salespeople about what your needs are around this.
Have you and your team found it rewarding to work on solutions that are so relevant?
I've been greatly appreciative of some of the feedback we've actually got from the merchants who have been using our products. So we've had some great feedback from merchants about how specifically the Simplify Commerce platform has helped them remain active and online, and to sell products despite not having a physical store presence. And it's really rewarding to think about all the effort that's gone into developing Simplify over the last number of years, seeing it come to fruition when people have that aha moment that this is possible, I can be online. And then that merchant talking to somebody across the road because they're also struggling to sell stuff, and then that merchant coming on board really drives home how, despite being a big world solution, it's still the personal interactions that help people in their day-to-day life. Mobile is a very underestimated way of interacting with customers as well as selling stuff. We all have at least one cell phone these days, even more so within a household these days, we have more cell phones. And I think mobile is an important thing to remember for businesses when they are looking at these solutions in terms of mobile capability that's offered, as well as how payments are made easier through the technology that we have in our pockets.
How can businesses plan for a rapidly changing payment landscape due to COVID-19? How is your role within MPGS supporting this change?
It's more the continuous evolution of it. Simplify Commerce has a mobile offering for merchants to allow them to do all the traditional functionality that you would on a web browser in the mobile device. And it's a great feature when you're a pop-up shop and you don't have the money to invest in, desktop computers to take sales on. Everybody's got a cell phone and very easy to get up and running. So for banks, I think you should look at Simplify Commerce because it would allow you to provide one place for a merchant who already has a bank account with you to come and set up the online shop very easily, and in turn drive more money into your bank account, or the merchant's bank account rather, that they have with you. But it would also strengthen your relationship with your merchants by providing them the support that's needed in times like this. People don't like to feel like they're out there on their own. People want to know that they can turn to somebody for help.